100%. Alright, so let's look at a different couple now. A different couple. This couple are both homozygous recessive, and therefore if we were to match up their alleles, okay, what you would notice is all of these cases are homozygous recessive. Homo because they are the same, recessive because they are now lowercase, you can see. So this couple has a 0% probability of having a child with dimples. Okay? What I want you guys to do is pause the video, work out the probability of this child, or this couple, sorry, having a child with dimples. So, hopefully you've worked it out and you paused the video, okay? Now let's have a look, okay? So, the first combination we see are homozygous dominant, okay? So this individual, if it was an individual, would be, okay, homozygous dominant, and therefore they would have dimples. Homozygous recessive, so this codes for having dimples again because the dominant allele is in there. Homozygous recessive, heterozygous, both of these are heterozygous, short mistake there. Both of these are heterozygous, okay? And this is homozygous recessive. So, let's now look at the probability of this couple having a child with dimples. The probability is 75%, because we have homozygous dominant here, two heterozygous genotypes here, I know before I said homozygous, and a homozygous recessive over here. So there is a 75% chance of this child, or this couple, having a child with dimples. So let's do a couple more examples. What is the probability of this couple having a child with dimples? Okay, this individual is homozygous, is heterozygous, and this individual is homozygous. So hopefully you paused the video and you had a look. Let's see. There is a 50% chance of the couple having a child with dimples, okay? Because this individual will have dimples, so will this individual. However, these two individuals, okay, because they are homozygous recessive, they will not have dimples, okay? Now let's look at a different characteristic to change it up a little bit. Let's look at the probability of a couple having a child with albinism. Again, don't forget I said, you need to read into the question. It will give you snippets of information that will help you to answer the question. So look, it says, the allele for normal melanin is coded for by a capital M, so a dominant allele, okay? So the dominant allele is dominant over the allele for albinism. Albinism is coded for by a recessive allele, so a lowercase. So this individual, let's say this is the father, is heterozygous. This individual, let's say is the mother, is also heterozygous, okay? So if we have a look, okay, the first combination comes out homozygous dominant. So this codes for normal melanin without albinism, okay? So the person or the individual would not be albino, okay? This combination, again, codes for the person not being albino, because although there's a recessive allele, it has a dominant allele. And the dominant allele is always dominant over the recessive, okay? And this individual, again, same, both of these are heterozygous, and this is our homozygous recessive. So this is the only combination which will mean that the child or the offspring is albino, okay? So there is a 25% chance of this couple having a child who is albino. So now, let's look at, and I want you guys to work this out for me, please, the probability of a couple having a child that has, let's say, for example, dry earwax, okay? Again, read the question, okay? The allele for wet earwax is a dominant or capital W, okay? The allele for dry earwax is a lowercase w. So let's have a quick look at what it says, okay? Just wanted to see whether they're dominant or recessive. This individual, the father, has two dominant alleles, okay? This individual, the mother, has two recessive alleles. Homozygous dominant, okay? Homozygous recessive. So if we work out the combinations, and hopefully you paused the video and did this, if you haven't, do it now, okay? There is a 0% chance of the couple having a child with dry earwax. Or on the other hand, there's a 100% chance that the couple will have a child with wet earwax, okay? So, let's look at our last example, polydactyly, okay? Polydactyly is a condition in which a child or the offspring has 6 fingers or 6 toes, okay? Now, again, read into the question. They're going to ask you to draw this genetic diagram. they will not, okay, unless it's a very low-grade question, give you this genetic diagram and say fill it in, okay? I've done this for you for the purpose of helping you understand it. They will expect you to draw all of this for yourself, okay? So let's have a look, okay? It says, the allele for 6 fingers, or polydactyly, is a capital P, so a dominant allele, okay? The allele for 5 fingers is a lowercase p, okay? So what we look at is, okay, this individual, who's the father, is heterozygous, because he has one dominant, one recessive. This individual, the mother, is homozygous, recessive. So, I want you guys to pause the video and work out the probability of this individual having polydactyly, so 6 fingers or 6 toes. Okay, so hopefully you paused that video. Okay, so let's have a look at the probability now. Okay, this first combination gives us a heterozygous combination. The second combination gives us a homozygous recessive combination. A heterozygous combination and a homozygous combination, okay? Homozygous recessive, combination. And therefore, the probability of this couple having a child with polydactyly should be 50%, okay? Don't forget, you're going to need to draw all of this for yourself. Those key terms, for example, genotype, phenotype, dominant, recessive, and even allele. What does allele mean? Different versions of the same gene are really key to you being able to understand this. Now, later on, they're going to make this a little bit more complicated and expect you to work out something called a pedigree diagram, which is going to be our next video, which we're going to look at, okay? So, to wrap this up, guys, I want you guys to pause the video, answer these questions that are on the board, okay? And really make sure that you understand it. Don't forget to use your textbooks to make notes. Watch this video, watch any other videos, although they won't be as good as this one, okay? Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and revise, okay? Mr. Oshodi, signing out.